ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕನ್ನಡ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ಕನ್ನಡವನ್ನು ನಾವು ನವೆಂಬರ್ 1ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿನಂದು ನೆನೆಯದೆ ಪ್ರತಿನಿತ್ಯವೂ ಕನ್ನಡವನ್ನು ಬಳಸೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಸಿರಿಗನ್ನಡಂ ಗೆಲ್ಗೆ ಸಿರಿಗನ್ನಡಂ ಬಾಳ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಐ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ to the first session of physics as an online mode on discussing about molecular spectra and lasers, a very interesting topic of spectroscopy science being prescribed by the Karnataka University, Dharwad. I am Saraswati K. Presently, I am working as an assistant professor at SBSS GFGC Gajendragada, Gadag district. Dear students, in today's session, we discuss about molecular spectrum, the concept of a spectrum, then the cause of a molecular spectrum, the condition for a molecular spectrum to appear, and also the different types of molecular motions being exhibited by molecules of the sample material, and also we discuss about the distribution of molecular spectrum in the standard electromagnetic spectrum. My dear students, in your day-to-day life transactions, you come across the beautiful rainbow formation in the sky. You have seen the blue color of the sky and also reddish sunset and sunrise you have seen. You are also seeing in your day-to-day life experiences, and also the blue color of the ocean water. Spectroscopic technique is one of the tool in the science which is going to explain why the rainbow formation will happen, how it is going to happen, when it is going to happen. It also explains why the sky appears blue in color, why not in some other colors. The spectroscopy will also answer the question of sunset, which is red in color, and the sunrise, which is also red in color. The blue color of the sky is also going to be explained by the spectroscopic technique. So these are the observations which can be scientifically explained through the spectroscopic technique. Spectroscopy is that branch of science which is going to deal with the concept of spectrum, when it is going to form, how it is going to form, what is the reason for a formation of the spectrum. All these things we can understand through the spectroscopic technique. One of the advantage of the spectroscopic technique in these days is to understand the molecular composition of the DNA material, which is a biological component of a human being or any other living creature. The spectroscopic technique is also going to answer the question of internal structure of human body parts like hands, skull, then some other skeletal structures of the human body. So that is why I am quoting the statement that spectroscopy is a constructive tool of understanding the internal structures of the sample material or a matter. Matter here, it may be a living matter or it may be a non-living matter. Now comes the question, what do you mean by a constructive way? I am using the word constructive way because if I want to see the internal structure of my hand, I cannot cut open the hand with a scissor and I cannot see what is there inside, whether my muscle is good or my bone is good. I cannot cut open it all of a sudden. So I have to understand the internal structure, I need to pass some radiation through my hand. Then only I can see, then only I can analyze the internal structure, and this happens with the process of imaging. Some radiations will be passed through the target material, the target area, then those imaging will be extracted and they are analyzed, and this can be happened with the help of the spectroscopy itself. So the imaging which we are getting in as a scanning reports, they are all based on the spectroscopic technique itself. The spectral analysis is going to be done for understanding the medical applications or for using for the sake of medical applications. So the spectroscopic technique is being widely used. So my dear students, in today's class you understand one thing, that spectroscopy is going to answer the question of why the rainbow is going to form, why the blue color, why the sky appears blue in color, why there is a sunset appears to be red in color, why not some other colors. It can also explain the molecular composition of the genetic materials, and also it can work for a background for imaging which are going to be done in medical applications. That is why spectroscopy, it is the constructive tool of understanding the internal structures of the materials, the sample materials which are going to be undertaken. Next, we'll discuss, that is why I am very proud to say that spectroscopy is one of the It is going to follow the very beautiful line of Upanishad, that is Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. The meaning of this Upanishad line is transform me from the world of darkness to the world of light. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಮೈ ಐಸಿಂದ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗದೇ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಇಫ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಇಟ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದನ್ನು ನಾನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪಾಸ್ ಸಮ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ್ಯಾಟ್. So suitable radiations are going to capture the suitable internal structure of the suitable materials. So that is why if I consider the internal structure of one sample material as a dark world, the light, the radiations which we pass from the outside, they are going to capture the internal structure. So they are going to enlighten the internal structure of the sample material. That is why spectroscopic technique is going to work on the very famous effective line of Upanishad, that is Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Okay, as I'm talking about the word spectrum, let us understand the concept of spectrum first, then we'll discuss about what we mean by molecular spectrum, why it is formed and all later. So to understand the concept of a spectrum, I just wanted to quote one simple example of a fruit seller. In this image you can see a fruit seller who is holding some fruits like watermelon, which is red in color, and also a muskmelon, which is going to be yellow in color, and he's carrying some other fruits like banana, apple, violet grapes, green grapes, etc. So my intention of showing this image is fruits are the symbol of energy. By eating fruits or by taking or consuming the fruits, we are going to get energy. Here one fruit of one different color is having its own characteristic energy value. So fruit seller is a carrier of such energies, and if you imagine that this fruit seller is going to arrange these fruits as per their characteristic energy values, the fruits are going to appear in this way. So this is called as a spectrum of fruits, because the violet grapes will have their own energy, the indigo grapes will have their own energy, indigo fruits will have their own energy, the yellow colored fruits, orange colored fruits, red colored fruits. So the characteristic values of energies of fruits are being arranged as a Vedkaya. That is why it is called as spectrum of fruits. Happens in case of the light also. White light is a composite of 7 colors. Light emitted from the light source is a carrier of photon packets of energies. These photon packets of energies, when they interact with the material, sample molecules of the sample material, they will rearrange themselves, they will distribute themselves, they will split themselves into characteristic colored energy values in the form of a violet color, in the form of a blue color, yellow color, red color, so on. So the distribution, systematic distribution or a splitting of the white light into 7 characteristic colors or wavelengths or frequencies is called as the spectrum. So this is the concept of a spectrum. Spectrum is nothing but it is the distribution, systematic distribution or a splitting of the white light into 7 characteristic colors or wavelengths or spectral lines. After understanding the concept of a spectrum, let us understand or let us review the visible spectrum, which is a very familiar spectrum which you have familiarized in your laboratory. Visible spectrum is the one which is the spectrum obtained due to white light. Whenever a white light is made to pass through the sample material or an optic material like prism, the white light is going to divide into 7 characteristic colors of certain wavelengths. This is called as a visible spectrum. In optics, the explanation for the cause for a visible spectrum is the refraction and the dispersion of the white light into 7 characteristic colors. So whenever a light is made to pass through the prism, the light is going to bend in the optical medium and it divides into 7 characteristic colors. So refraction and dispersion is the explanation for the cause of visible spectrum in an optics sense. But the spectroscopic science will explain the cause for the visible spectrum is because of matter-radiation interaction. Now comes the question, what do you mean by matter-radiation interaction? Let us understand the matter radiation interaction with an example of a prism and a white light. So in this image you can see there is a there is a radiation which is being emitted in the form of the characteristic colors, and this is a portion of a atom, atom with the electronic levels. So the interaction from the radiation photons, they are going to interact with the atomic electronic level or atom molecular level. If there is an interaction, we get a characteristic spectrum. So let us understand this with an example of a simple prism and the white light. So whenever a white light is made to pass through the prism, the incident photons of the white light, they will interact with the molecules of the glass material. Their interaction may be spontaneous emission, there may be stimulated emission, or it may be induced absorption. You don't worry about these three transitions. Let us discuss these in detail in the next sessions. Time being, you understand that whenever there is a white light interacts with the molecules of the sample material, we result into a characteristic spectrum. So the interaction of matter is nothing but a prism here, radiation is nothing but a white light here. So matter radiation interaction is the reason for spectrum, molecular spectrum or atomic spectrum, whatever it may be. So this is the spectroscopic explanation of a visible spectrum or any other electromagnetic spectrum, like a spectrum due to IR rays, spectrum due to visible light, spectrum due to microwaves or ultraviolet rays, so on and so forth. Now you come to know about the reason for spectrum formation. Matter radiation interaction is the reason for spectrum formation. So now comes the question in your mind that whenever there is a matter radiation interaction happening, what happens to the molecular level? How the molecules of the sample material are going to behave to the incident photons of energy. So whenever there is a matter radiation interaction, the photon level and the molecules, they will exhibit, the molecules of the sample are going to exhibit some motions. Three kinds of motions will be exhibited by the molecules of the sample material, like electronic motion, vibrational motion, and the rotational motion. To understand these three kinds of molecular motions which are resulting due to matter radiation interaction, to form the characteristic molecular spectrum, I just wanted to quote a simple example. So imagine that in a house there is a student by name Ramu. ಒಂದು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಹೆಸರು ರಾಮು ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗೆ 3 ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ 3 ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಆ ರಾಮು ಅನ್ನೋ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗೆ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವನು ತಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಣ್ಣ ಅಥವಾ ತಂಗಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅಕ್ಕನಿಗೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರು ಆ ಒಂದು ಹಣ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದೇನು ಸರ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕುಣಿಬೇಕು, ಕುಪ್ಪಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ 100 rupees ಆಫ್ ಮನಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಸಿಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಎರಡನೇ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ನೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ 10,000 rupees ಆಫ್ ಮನಿ, ಆ ಸಿಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ಸಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅಮೌಂಟ್, ಹ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಸಿಗದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅವನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ತನ್ನ ತಾಯಿಯನ್ನು ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಕೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ತಾಯಿ ಕೊಡೋಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ವಾಟ್, ಅವನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಮ್ಮ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡು, ಅಮ್ಮ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡು ಅಂತ ಅಮ್ಮನ ಎಳ್ದಾಡಿ ಜಗ್ಗಾಡಿ ಎಳ್ದಾಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ಮನಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ 10,000 ಪಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಮದರ್ ಟು ವೈಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನಿ. ಮೂರನೇ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ 1 lakh rupees ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಅದು ತಂದೆಯಿಂದನೂ, ಅದು ತಾಯಿಯಿಂದನೂ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ಸಿಂದನೂ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಫಾದರ್. ಸೊ ತಂದೆಗೆ ತಂದೆ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳಿ ತಂದೆ ಸುತ್ತ ಹಾಕಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ರೌಂಡ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನಿ ಆಫ್ 1 lakh rupees. ಸೊ ಈ 3 ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ರಾಮು ಅನ್ನೋ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪಡೆಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಕುಣಿತನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತನ್ನ ತಾಯಿ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಸರ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. 1 lakh rupees ಪಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ he has to reel around his father to get that amount of money of worth 1 lakh rupees. ರಾಮು ಅನ್ನೋ ಮನುಷ್ಯನೇ 3 ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ variations or behaviors and methods occur whenever it is being interacting with the photons and photon incident photons. So these are called as a molecular interactions or a molecular motions. So molecule is going to perform electronic motion, vibrational motion and the rotational motion. What do you mean by electronic motion? Electronic motion is nothing but whenever the molecules of the sample material being incident with the incident photons, there will be a jumping of the molecules from one electronic level to another electronic level. This is called as an electronic motion. Vibrational motion is nothing but molecules are going to vibrate simple harmonically whenever they are being incident with the incident photons. So this is called as a vibrational motion. Rotational motion is nothing but molecules of the sample are going to rotate whenever they are being incident with photons of energies. So therefore, molecules of the sample material, whenever they are incidenting with the photons, they will exhibit three kinds of motions. One is the electronic motion, one is the vibrational motion, and rotational motion. Electronic motion is nothing but jumping of the molecules from one electronic level to another electronic level. Vibrational motion is nothing but it is the to and fro or a simple harmonic motions of the molecules of the sample. Rotational motion is molecules are going to rotate about a imaginary axis whenever they are going to incident with the photon energies. In this slide, you can see the electronic motion, vibrational motion and the rotational motion of the molecules. In the first image, you can see the electronic transition from the higher energy level like level 3 to level 2, level 4 to level 2, level 6 to level 2, so on and so forth. So molecules will perform the translational motion or a jumping motion from one electronic level to another electronic level, which is a kind of electronic motion being exhibited by the molecules of the sample. Molecules of the sample material, they also exhibit the vibrational motion which is shown in this image. So if you take water as a H2O as a molecule with the two oxygen atoms and one hydrogen atom, so this molecule is going to vibrate with a different symmetries. So here is a one symmetry of vibration, here is another symmetry of vibration, and the different symmetries of vibrations of the molecules are there. So vibrational motion, simple harmonic vibrational motion is one of the molecular motion exhibited by molecules of the sample whenever they are interacting with incident photons of radiation. The third kind of rotational motion you can see in this image, molecule as a whole is going to rotate about an imaginary axis of rotation as you can visualize in this image. After understanding the three kinds of molecular motions, now comes the question how these three kinds of molecular motions can be visualized, and that can be done through the help of an energy level diagram. Energy level diagram, it is the energy level diagrammatic representation of various energy levels like electronic levels, vibrational levels and the rotational levels. So electronic levels are blue in color in this image, while vibrational levels are green in color and the rotational levels are violet in color. You can see in this image that within the electronic levels, vibrational levels are there. Within the vibrational levels, rotational energy levels are there. So energy level diagram represents these three kinds of energy levels. If the molecules of the sample material are transiting from one electronic level to another electronic level, then they are said to perform electronic motion. So for vibrational motion, molecules will be vibrating within the vibrational levels. And the rotational motion of the molecules can happen by transition among the various rotational levels. So there are three kinds of molecular motions. They are they are making transitions among the three kinds of respective energy levels. Till now you come to understand about what is the molecular spectrum, why it is going to form, what is the reason for the formation of the molecular spectrum, and also you come to know about the three kinds of molecular motions like electronic motion, vibrational motion and rotational motion exhibited by the molecules of the sample material. As these molecules are performing three kinds of motions, the electronic motion of the molecule results into a characteristic electronic spectrum. Vibrational motion results into a characteristic vibrational spectrum, and the rotational motion of the molecules results into pure rotational spectrum. Now comes the question, these three kinds of molecular spectrum, in which category of the standard electromagnetic spectrum these three kinds of molecular spectrum have to be distributed. So let us discuss the distribution of the three kinds of molecular spectra or three kinds of molecular energy in the standard electromagnetic spectrum under the heading of molecular energy distribution in the electromagnetic spectrum. So you people are very much familiar about electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum, it is a composite of 7 electromagnetic radiations like radio waves, microwaves, IR rays, visible light, UV, X-rays and gamma rays. So the definition of the standard electromagnetic spectrum is it is the orderly arrangement or a systematic arrangement of the 7 electromagnetic radiations either in a decreasing wavelength or an increasing frequency or in a reverse order. So radio waves are having the highest wavelength, microwaves little less, and gamma rays are having the least wavelength compared to the radio waves. So this is the decreasing wavelength or increasing frequency of arrangement of the 7 electromagnetic radiations. Among these 7 electromagnetic radiations, if the so three molecular energies or a three molecular spectrum has to be divided means the three kinds of molecular spectrum, they are going to be distributed within the ultraviolet region to microwave region of the standard electromagnetic spectrum. So this is the concept of molecular energy distribution in the electromagnetic spectrum. So in the ultraviolet region of the spectrum, in the ultraviolet region of the standard electromagnetic spectrum, the electronic spectrum is being distributed or it is being divided in the sense that the molecules of the sample, they are going to perform electronic motion or a jumping motion within the electronic level whenever they are incident with either ultraviolet photons of energy or a visible photon of energy. So this is the meaning of the word distribution of the electronic spectrum in the UV visible region. So whenever the incident photons uh, of the order of 10 to the power minus 9 to minus 7 in this order of wavelength of the photons are being incidenting on the molecules of the sample material, then the molecule is going to perform electronic motion resulting into a electronic spectrum. Similarly, if the molecules of the sample material, they are incident with the IR radiations of energies or frequencies or wavelengths, then the molecule is going to perform the vibrational motion. That is why the infrared region, it is the place or this much of energy, molecular energy is required for a molecule to perform vibrational motion. And the third one, for a molecule to perform rotational motion, it has to be incident with a microwave photon of energy of the order of 10 to the power minus 3 to 1 meters of wavelength is required for a molecules to rotate. Hence, in a standard electromagnetic spectrum, from the microwave ultraviolet region to the microwave region, we can see three kinds of molecular spectrum being divided or distributed. So this is the idea of molecular energy distribution in the electromagnetic spectrum. The three kinds of molecular motion results in three characteristic spectra. These three characteristic molecular spectra, they can be visualized in the standard electromagnetic spectrum as from ultraviolet region to the microwave region. In the ultraviolet region or in the wavelength region of visible light and ultraviolet region, we can expect the electronic spectrum. In the IR region, vibrational spectrum happens, and in the microwave region, the rotational spectrum of the molecule can happen whenever the molecules are being incident with these three kinds of respective molecular energies. You come to know that there are three kinds of molecular spectra: rotational spectra, vibrational spectra, and the electronic spectra. This is an animation of how the matter-radiation interaction is going to happen, which is leading to three characteristic molecular spectra like electronic, vibrational, and rotation. This animation is also explains you about the transition between the various energy levels leading to electronic spectra, transition among vibrational levels leading to vibrational spectra, and the transition among rotational levels leading to pure rotational spectrum. So pure rotational spectrum, I'm using the word pure because whenever a molecule is incident with a microwave energy or a longer wavelengths of infrared radiations, molecules are going to rotate. So they will perform the rotational motion purely. That is why it is called as a pure rotational spectrum. But in case of a vibrational spectrum, Whenever the molecules are being incident with the IR radiations of energy, they will perform the vibrational motion. In addition, they will perform the rotational also. That is why vibrational motion is also called as IR spectroscopy, which is involving the vibro-rotational rotation of the molecules. Pure vibration is not possible with the IR radiations. That is why IR spectroscopy is also called as a vibro-rotational spectroscopy. Similarly, the electronic spectrum is called as a band spectrum, electronic band spectrum, because whenever the molecules are incident with the ultraviolet energy or a visible light of frequencies of wavelength, frequencies of energies, they will exhibit the electronic spectrum. The electronic spectrum will involve the jumping of the molecules from within the various electronic levels, also the rotation of the molecules as a whole, and also the vibrations of the molecule. So electronic band spectra is nothing but uh, it is the composition of electronic, vibrational and rotational motions in together. Also, in the standard electromagnetic spectrum, the IR region corresponds to vibrational spectrum. The pure rotational spectrum falls in the microwave region or a far IR region of the electromagnetic spectrum. And thirdly, the uh, electronic spectrum, it falls in the category of ultraviolet or a visible light region. And this is being explained with some chart in terms of wave numbers of the various spectral lines. Dear students, with all these discussions, let's quickly review what all we discussed in our today's session. So first we started our discussion of the concept of a spectrum. It is being understood in a visible spectrum and in all other electromagnetic spectrum. Later we found the reason for a formation of a spectrum. Either it may be electromagnetic spectrum or a visible spectrum. We found the reason for a formation of a spectrum is the matter-radiation interaction. Next, this matter-radiation interaction leads to three kinds of molecular motions like electronic motion, vibrational motion and rotational motion. These three molecular motions leads to characteristic molecular spectra. They are the electronic spectra, vibrational spectra and the rotational spectra. These three molecular spectra are being distributed in the standard electromagnetic spectrum, that is nothing but the molecular energy distribution in the standard electromagnetic spectrum. In the IR region of the electromagnetic spectrum, it corresponds to vibrational spectrum of the molecule. Vibrational spectrum is not pure in nature, it will be accompanied by the rotational motion. Similarly, microwave region corresponds to pure rotation spectrum of the molecule. Here, molecule is going to perform the pure rotational motion, not accompanied by either vibration or electronic jumping. Whereas electronic vibration or electronic spectrum, it is a composite of electronic motions, vibrations and rotation. That is why it is called as an electronic band spectra. So with this, we'll conclude today's session on different types of molecular motions and also the molecular energy distribution in the standard electromagnetic spectrum. Thank you one and all.